AI taking over the world? Is this a technical discussion, or is this about the values of it, the morals of it?
Actually, it's probably more about the latter, about the morals and the values of AI. I mean, as a technical person, you're absolutely right. I've spent the last few years engaging with AI, particularly the sort of machine learning aspects of that, growing skills in general techniques using large language models to analyse text, for example, pull out themes. These are great uses of technology and work really well. But what we've seen, I think, over the last couple of years is a shift in the landscape. So what we've moved to now are systems such as ChatGPT, where while we're not just thinking about analysis of data here, we're actually starting to have more conversations with AI machines, so to speak. They've been around for a while. We've had conversations with, Alexa for the last 5 to 10 years. We've had those horrible sort of chatbots you see online for a long period of time. But what we've seen with ChatGPT is something, I think, quite different. The sense that you're actually talking to almost a person on the other end, a response that feels at times even emotional. And the question is, are we starting to move into a slightly different era where we're dealing with things that are not just machines, but seem to have some sort of personality? And is that a good or bad thing? That's fundamental.
Yeah, I mean, Kieran, we were talking in the last couple of episodes about sort of AI-generated art or text copy as sort of seeding the real thing. But where we see this overlap of things actually sort of taking over or replacing people, or I think more valuable, filling in the gaps, AI has a place. But I sense with Mark, we've got this sort of frenemy type tension about AI. What's your thoughts?
I mean, it has enormous potential. That's what we all say, because it does. It does amazing things and it speeds things up. But I mean, it's true that it can be used in very dangerous ways, especially if we start allowing it to sort of make its own decisions. So that's part of the reason that people are desperately trying to come up with some kind of regulation that enables this to work without going too far. So we don't know the balance, but there has to be one. It's with any technology, really.
I was wondering, because I think there's lots of ways that technology kind of is meant to, its vision is to augment real life, and the things where people are failing. A decent help desk is expensive to run, and it's very nuanced. You're dealing with humans online and things like that. But and also in security, where we're looking at threat signals all the time, and through things like machine learning, Emily, where actually people can't get together and think fast enough to make those decisions.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And one of the debates that I'm seeing in the cybersecurity community about AI is there's an awful lot of worry, quite rightly, about will bad actors use AI, and they are starting to sort of impersonate people and do sort of quite sophisticated scams. But at the same time, cyber defenders are like, hang on, guys. We've been using this technology for years for anomaly detection, and it's really, really good at seeing, all the things that we know AI is really good at, like seeing patterns where humans can't see it, reacting at light speed, or, really much faster than a human can. And so that is a really difficult job for regulators.
I mean,
isn't
Mark,
it?
is AI so good? I mean, I've got an article here which just attracted my attention, where a couple who care for 130 guinea pigs say they fear the pets may need to be rehomed after suddenly and unexpectedly losing their income from a Facebook channel, because the Facebook AI didn't like the word pig. Because, and let's say PIG, actually we may be able to bleep that out, because the AI algorithm determined that was a derogatory term about police people. Is the tech there yet?
I think we have to be very careful. And one of the challenges is that all large language models, as they're referred to, which drive these AI systems, are predicated from training sets. And one of the big challenges we've had over the last few years is that every training set tends to have some level of bias. And that may be to do with the source data, the inputs. I mean, the bigger ones obviously have a much wider range of inputs, but even so, there are definitely anomalies. And I think to build on that, one of my big personal concerns is the reliance on AI for decision making. And this feeds the fact that people are, and I know from talking anecdotally to people that this is now coming very much into military decision making, for example, where AI is giving the signals for example, about the best time to fire, the best time to take decisions in a military
presumably
context.
who to attack.
Who to attack, when.
Yeah.
And of course, there's regulation in place to ensure that humans make that decision based on information. But the anecdote is, of course, 95% of the time the human will trust the AI because the AI it has authority.
And I want to come
and
back
we,
to
we
Emily.
are conditioned, aren't
Yeah.
we, to obey the machine?
Yes.
And that's really
Yeah.
worrying for
I
the
mean, I
future
want
of
to come back
society.
to you on that.